For any older fans of the channel, you might know that one of the best teams that I was personally able to build, and one of the ones that I am the most proud of on this channel, besides the Hail team that I just recently featured around Torkoal that you guys can check out from Friday's upload, is none other than my Howl Scream Tail team. This team was truly like my pride and joy, and it was, in my opinion, the first competent team I built without any outside help, or at least without a lot of outside help. And today, I was actually able to find, through the help of one of my friends, who ended up building an incredible Howl Scream Tail team that we'll get to try on the channel today. So if you guys enjoy and want to see more content like this, of course, like and subscribe for more. Be happy that Howl Tail is back, guys. It is truly one of the most fun playstyles that I think I've gotten to play all gen, and I am so glad that it is actually like really good right now. So with that said, of course, let's get into the team that we'll be using today. Starting off with the Howl Scream Tail team, we have a nice clear body recipient this time around that should hopefully not really fear any uncommon intimidators, being a Tera Dragon Assault Vest Metagross. This Metagross features Bullet Punch, Heavy Slam, Psychic Fangs, and Stomping Tantrum, allowing us to not only have an incredible moveset to take on most of the format, but this is also a really great recipient of Howl because +1 Bullet Punch is able to massacre most Flutter Mane, and on top of that as well with the Assault Vest, we're a really bulky target, similar to how our Scarlet was in Regulation C, and we don't even need to worry about Intimidate either, which is a really nice added benefit here. This essentially comprises the roles of what we had Scarlet do with the roles of what we had Dragonite do on the previous team, and it does it all into one Pokemon, which means that I can spread my other offensive threats a lot more around the spectrum, which should hopefully help a lot with the next partner Pokemon being none other than Chien-Pao. Now this Chien-Pao is actually the Stellar Tera type, and it's one of the first Stellar Pokemon I featured. I literally had to redo my slides around this Pokemon, so fuck you, Chien-Pao. I don't like you for making me redo my slides, but we have Sacred Sword, Icicle Crash, Sucker Punch, and Protect. Adamant Nature Chien-Pao is just a really good wall breaker with Stellar Tera, and it's typically the typing you want to go with. Usually I'm more of a fan of the Life Orb spreads, but we have Life Orb on another Pokemon, so in this particular case, Stellar Chien-Pao just is going to run a Focus Sash, which should still deal plenty of damage. Now we do have to run Icicle Crash here, despite my personal preference to not run this move after how many times I have missed it, and I have missed it a lot in today's practices, both with teams you guys will see in probably about a week or so, as well as today's team. Even you'll see that I cannot hit this move to save my life. Look, if I had to truly save my life off of hitting this move, it's not happening. It's just not happening. So Pao is unfortunately going to be kind of just a Pokemon here, mostly as a damage enabler, and I don't expect it to hit any ice moves it's clicking, but I'm kind of okay with that. I've already accepted it long ago. Moving on, we do have a Torkoal with Sitrus Berry, Drought. This is going to be a Terra Grass Torkoal designed to try and take hits better from Pokemon like Urshifu, and with a nice supportive set of Yawn, Helping Hand, Flamethrower, and Protect, this proves to just be a really good partner for a lot of our offensive threats. Speaking of, one of our most appreciative offensive threats of this is none other than Walking Wake. We're finally featuring Walking Wake again on the channel, and this set with Hydro Steam, Flamethrower, Draco Meteor, and Protect is going to be really damning for most opponents. We have a nice typing for Tera of Tera Fire, which with our Life Orb should help us a lot with dealing a lot of good offensive damage with both the Sun boosting us as well as our newfound Fire Stab, and the ability to take hits from Pokemon like Rillaboom that are plaguing the metagame right now. Speaking of Rillaboom, I'd be remiss to not add one to this team because with Fake Out, Grassy Glide, Woodhammer, and U-Turn, this proves to be a great pivot for the team into other really good threats like Torkoal and Metagross, as well as just a really good wall breaker for the team with the nice priority Grassy Glide with Tera Grass and Miracle Seed, and it proves to just be an incredible Scream Tail Howl partner because I can take advantage of the Howl boost and then go for moves like Woodhammer that will now OHKO most incredibly bulky threats in the tier, proving to just be a great presence overall here. This also clears a lot of common ground types that might pressure my Metagross, and it's also great at pressuring a lot of water types that might be able to sponge hits from Walking Wake, so it just rounds out the team really nicely. Finally, I mentioned this was a Howl Tail team, so we have to throw in the Scream Tail. With Howl, Disable, Encore, and Protect, this proves to be the ultimate support set. No longer are we running this Pokemon to Drain Punch Chien-Pao, no, we're now just leaning fully into support because we have a lot of actual offensive pieces here. With the Howl, this is going to be great at boosting all of our physical threats damage by one stage, especially being the Rillaboom, Chien-Pao, and Metagross. With Disable and Encore, this can get rid of a lot of Tailwind threats very quickly, as well as a lot of Pokemon that might lock into Protect moves slower than Scream Tail because with booster speed, this is a very difficult Pokemon to outpace. Finally, Protect is just really nice if I just need to keep this Pokemon around and I need to maybe try to kill, as we do have a lot of priority users in this team that might be able to pick out the few threats that could actually outpace and revenge off Scream Tail. If you're interested in using this team, the Ronald's going to be on screen here, as well as with the paste in the description below. And with that said, let's get right into today's battles. Alright, we're here with another team. Yet again, we are going to be using another really prolific Past Paradox Pokemon, but this time it's a little bit of a familiar face with the Howl Scream Tail set. This is personally my favorite way to run this Pokemon. I think Howl Scream Tail is an incredible support piece, and we're going to show it off right away in this first game, because I think already we have a matchup where this can benefit us greatly just by running this. So we're going to go with the Scream Tail lead, and I think that my best partner right now is probably gonna be, I feel like Rillaboom and Metagross both have a lot of merit on lead here. For the sake of, I'm gonna go with Metagross because I think that I could take advantage of them a little bit more easily that way. We're gonna bring Chien-Pao in the back, and then I think for my last one, I am gonna also go with the Rillaboom in the back. I don't think I need the special offensive combination of Torkoal with Walking Wake just yet, because realistically, I think I just get more merit out of going with the Howl team in this particular case, especially with the lack of any sort of common intimidators, such as, of course, the Arcanines, Landorus, and Incineroar. And I really don't think that my Rillaboom and Chien-Pao late game combination needs to worry about this, so I'm just going to proceed to go all in and really just deal as much damage to my opponent as possible while I have the opportunity to. Good luck, have fun to my opponent here. I feel very confident we can get some nice mileage early on with this, as they're going to proceed to go with the Gouging Fire and Whimsicott lead. Gouging Fire and Whimsicott's honestly not a big deal for us. I can definitely out-offense this in all honesty, especially with my Tera Dragon on my Metagross being a really prolific option and a great way to break through my opponent. I'm going to take advantage of my opponent really quickly though by going for a Howl turn 1, and then followed by a Tera Dragon here, and I'm going to go for a Psychic Fangs. I could go for Stomping Tantrum here. I think that Psychic Fangs might be a little bit safer, though I don't think they're going to expect me to go for a defensive Tera, so I'll go for Stomping Tantrum for sake of. If they're going to proceed to go for a Burning Bulwark here, good play. But, let me rephrase. It's a good play for the sequence I made, but, like, why they could just claim a kill safely, and also, like why would you click Burning Bulwark this turn? Really, like, genuinely asking, why would you click it? Please don't click it. I love how clear Metagross gets, by the way. I've never actually seen it go for Tera yet. Really, really cool Tera Pokemon. This might be up there. Tera Dragon Metagross, one of the coolest Teras that I have seen in game. Easily, like, in the top 5. It's up there with Volcarona. And Volcarona already was a really obnoxiously cool Tera. Now, I will say, I'm curious what move they're going to click. I don't think they'll click a Dragon move. Yeah, they're going to click Flare Blitz. Okay, perfect. I was going to say, if they really clicked a Dragon move here, I would be speechless. I'd be speechless. I'd forfeit the game. You would not have seen this recording, I'll be honest. I don't like to delete recordings, but this is one you would not have seen. I'm gonna be very transparent about that. We are gonna proceed to go for a Disable here, though. Actually, no. Nope, no. We're gonna go for an Encore into the Whimsicott here, followed by a nice Bullet Punch to pick off that Gouging Fire. With the +1, this should be a very comfortable kill for us, and I can proceed to just start mauling through my opponent's team. If my opponent does proceed to, yep, they're going to go for Tailwind here. Okay, perfectly fine. I can just Encore them right into this forever and make sure that my opponent is never going to click another move again, because that Whimsicott is now officially fodder. And of course I didn't kill. I'm kind of shocked, actually, that didn't kill. Like how did that not kill? I get that, you know, Metagross doesn't have its partner Chien-Pao, you know, enabling all of its damage, but how did that not kill? At minimum, we'll force a trade. I'm kind of okay with that. I'm kind of okay with that. Metagross, you're disappointing me a little bit, though. For the mod I'm building this video around, the Howl Scream Tail plus Metagross combination, it's kind of disappointing me, but Scream Tail is still doing some work. So you know what? Maybe Scream Tail can just make Rillaboom win the game. We've already cleared through its biggest counterplay in this matchup, so you know what? Maybe Rillaboom can just win the match here. I think it's possible. I can completely disregard Whimsicott now, though, and whatever Pokemon my opponent brings in, if it can't bully the Rillaboom here, I can just start going for Howl plus Woodhammer and just kind of just go hard, because they can't really do a lot about that with this archetype. I know they have Blood Moon, I know they have Iron Hand, I know they have the Whimsicott, which is staring me right here. They're going to go into Walking Wake. Okay, see, this is a Pokemon that I'm not really too scared of, because I can proceed to go for Fake Out plus Howl here. The Whimsicott is not a big deal, and I can completely ignore it for free. Not only this, but their booster special attack, which means that this play is so free, because all I need to go is for Fake Out and Howl here. I'm going to get myself to +1. And then that Grassy Glide is going to hurt this Pokemon very easily. They're going to withdraw on the Whimsicott here. That's perfectly acceptable. And they're going to proceed to bring in... What are they going to bring in? I'm kind of curious what they'll bring in, actually. They're going to bring in Iron Hand. This Pokemon is very much not an issue. Their booster Iron Hand. This Pokemon might be a little bit more of an issue than I gave it credit for. But this is fine. This is still very fine, actually. Because I can still probably take advantage of this. I'm gonna hope. I say that I hope it can. I'm gonna be honest. That booster hand might be a little bit terrifying. I don't know if I like this. Okay. New plan. Scream Tail is booster speed. Let's see if I can just outpace the Walking Wake and Tailwind. That's kind of my play here. And then we're gonna go for... Ooh, I don't really have a great option, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna hope that they fear this for some reason. And for now, I'm going to go for an Encore, and I'm just going to lock them into whatever move they click, and I'm going to hope that it works. Meanwhile, I'm going to go for Grassy Glide, and I'm going to hope the hand just doesn't fake out. They're going to go for Fake Out. Okay, Fake Out is fair. Fake Out is definitely fair. They're going to take out my Rillaboom. Okay. You know what? That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Oh, they're going for Hydro Steam. What the fuck? Okay, so they really do, like, have issues determining threats. Okay, I'm kind of okay with this. Because I can now Encore that, I can Encore the fucking Iron Hand into its Fake Out. And then I can kind of just start winning the game. Because my Rillaboom now is going to be really set up to win. And I'm very fine with that. I'm going to go for an Encore into the Walking Wake, into the Iron Hand here. Just to Encore into Fake Out so it can waste a booster. And I'm going to go for a Wood Hammer. Just Wood Hammer right into the Walking Wake. Because they disrespected this Pokemon. They disrespected the Rillaboom. And I don't know how they did that. But it's truly awe-inspiring. I wish I could disrespect Pokemon that could disrespected the objective win con that I have in this team. They're going to switch. I'm very fine with this. I am so fine with this, in fact. Because they're getting rid of their booster attack on top of this as well. They're going to go back into Whimsicott, which doesn't really deal a lot to my team. And they're going to pick Hydro Steam, which, while it will kill Scream Tail, I'm killing their fucking Walking Wake here, which is so nice for me. I'm +1 attack on my Rillaboom, and on top of that as well, Walking Wake is going to get massacred because of the terrain. That critical hit did not matter in any sense. You cannot tell me it did. I refuse to acknowledge anyone who says that did, because frankly, it didn't matter. But yeah, we're going to have Rillaboom Chien-Pao on the field now, which is fucking awesome. That is such a damning core for my opponent, and they really cannot stop it. Especially with the Rillaboom now being boosted. I mean, that's only that much scarier. And again, they cannot stop it. They cannot stop it in any world. There's no situation where that stops this. They're going to bring an Iron Hand. Iron Hand is fine. I'm really not that scared of Iron Hand. What I'm going to proceed to do is I'm going to go for the Icicle Crash here. So I don't really deem Whimsicott as a threat, I'm going to be honest. But I can't lie. I think the fast way of breaking through my team is a little bit scary, and I'd rather just not let it do that. Meanwhile, I am going to go for the Wood Hammer right into the Iron Hand. Essentially, at this point, I have either a guaranteed Focus Sash going into my following turn, or I can proceed to just massacre their Iron Hand right now, and I'm kind of okay with either outcome. I can't lie, this Pokemon is objectively a threat, but as we can see here, they're going to proceed to either go for Tailwind, which means their hand is faster, sure, but I'm going to have a Focus Sash going in, and I can go for Protect around the Tailwind anyway. Icicle Crash, oh my god, I missed. Okay, you know what? Maybe this is a little scarier than I thought. Okay, so this isn't the best. It's not the worst, but it's not the best either. We're going to go for a Sacred Sword here, and I'm going to go for a Grassy Glide here. Because my goal now is just to damage the Iron Hand as quickly as possible. Sucker Punch won't really do it. Sacred Sword might at least do enough damage. And I think they'll realistically go for the dual target into Rillaboom here because it is kind of a really strong threat to their team. Also, I think they might scout for the Protect on Chien-Pao now, which, again, feels like a really good play if they're trying to protect me. They're going to go for Helping Hand. Oh my god, this is amazing. This is genuinely amazing because that Grassy Glide plus Sacred Sword combination will just deal so much damage. Perfect. Okay. You know what? I'm kind of okay with this. And we outpace them anyway, which is huge. That's objectively really huge. They're going to Drain Punch my Chien-Pao, and I'm kind of okay with that because that Iron Hand isn't really going to matter in a second. Like, it really will not matter. It's going to be able to get some recovery back, sure, but I deal enough damage that now. I deal enough damage to just take this thing out very comfortably. I will go for Protect here. Actually, no. I might not be able to go for Protect here. I might need to go... Ooh, right. Grassy Terrain went away. That's actually very terrifying. Okay. So this is a little bit of a problem, actually. I mean, to be fair, this whole game has been kind of a problem. I'm going to be honest. They have 2 turns to Tailwind? Okay. Not the best look, but it's fine. I'm going to keep not respecting the fact that they could just attack me. I think that's realistically the only way I win this. Is by just not respecting the fact that they can attack me. We're going to Wood Hammer, and I'm going to go for Sacred Sword. I think that is my only out here. I'm going to be honest. They could Helping Hand if they want. That's kind of fine because they're wasting turns. I feel like if they have Gleam, they click it. And again, realistically, I should not have an out to win this game. There should be no world where I win this game, actually, in fact. But I'm going to kind of hope that they just let me win this game. They're going to go for Tera and Iron Hand. What Tera are they going to go for? Tera Grass. Fuck, I really wish I crashed. I almost crashed under this, but I felt like, nope, flinching is not my option, especially when I missed an Icicle Crash. By the way, fuck Icicle Crash. I miss this move too often. They're going to go for Encore into Chien-Pao. Why are they wasting their turns like this? Wood Hammer's going to go off. That still does, Sacred Sword's going to go off. It does a lot of damage. They're going to Drain Punch my Pao. Why are they Drain Punching my Pao? Like, I feel like that there's genuinely something, like, failing right now, because this should not be going as well as it is for me. I'm still kind of okay with this. I'm going to be honest. Still very okay with this. Wood Hammer will go off. I think we might do enough to kill. That kills. Okay, perfect. Thank God. That was kind of my only out, I'm gonna be honest. So Whimsicott has revealed Sunny Day, Tailwind, Encore. I'm kind of curious what that last move is, because I feel like, again, it's something valuable, they would have clicked it by now. We're gonna go for U-turn here, just because it's the lowest recoil option. And if Whimsicott doesn't have Moonblast, I might be able to win the game. Okay, they're gonna go for Woodhammer. So that leads me to believe, to be fair, actually, I will say going for Encore here is a play that they would make, actually, if they have a fairy move, because this way they could force me to take recoil and just guarantee I will be in range of it. That's actually still a play they would make, so we don't actually know. But they have Encore, Tailwind. Oh right, I can like Woodhammer. Okay, so if they don't have a status move, and if they don't have an attacking move, I guarantee win here. Battle was canceled. Okay, so they didn't have an attacking move. So that actually explains a lot of their plays, for what it's worth. Credit where due. I don't actually think they were misplaying with how they were playing the Whimsicott, because they didn't have an out. They never had an out. They just misbuilt was really the issue there. But I'll take it. I'll very much take it. Oh right, they had Helping Hand. That was their last move. Okay, then yeah, I guarantee one. Okay, sweet. We'll see you guys in game number 2. All right, for game number 2, we're taking on Spam against also just Trick Room with Gouging Fire. It's really just Trick Room with Gouging Fire, I'm gonna be honest. It's a little bit of a weird composition, and I don't even think that Indeedee Cresselia is like the objective worst, but I don't really think that Sunroom with Iron Crown and like Gouging Fire is a great combination. I feel like there were better Pokemon here. Like if I was personally building this team, I probably would have thrown like, honestly, Fluttermane. I feel like Fluttermane over Gouging Fire could have been a really good piece here, actually. I don't know why they did it. It was probably to clear Steel types, but like I feel like Fluttermane still would have been better just because it clears through Dark types, which this team kind of needs another assist with. Though Gouging Fire is still a good wall breaker. I just think they need a faster Pokemon if they're gonna go with Sunroom. Anyway, Hisuian Looking also could have been good, but I don't know if I would have ran that with Iron Hand. Regardless, though, looking at this team, I feel like there's a lot of merit in actually just going with Scream Tail, and then probably Scream Tail and Rillaboom. I feel like that's my best way to clear through the Trick Room. I feel like there's a lot of merit in going for that, yeah. Because I don't even really care if they... Actually, hold on. No. Scream Tail and Metagross still is my best lead, actually. I think I go for Rillaboom for sure. I don't like Pao here, though, specifically because I don't have a good move to hit through their team. So I'm going to go with Walking Wake and take advantage of the sun that they will most likely bring. Pao would typically be good. It's the fact that I don't have Spinner. And the lack of Spinner here really, really makes me not want to bring Pao. I can't lie, though. I'm a little bit biased because I have not been hitting my crashes, and that's also a big reason for me not running to bring Pao. Despite the fact that Pao has a good matchup here, not clicking it in this game though. I'm not feeling safe about that. They're gonna go with probably the one lead that can actually maybe lose in the game. And I'm gonna go into why when I click my moves, but it should become very apparent in a moment why this lead is a really bad lead for them. So already, I'm going to go for Howl, because Howl already is a great option for us. And then I'm going to go for Heavy Slam. Now, I don't need to click Tera, thankfully. The Torkoal is not out yet, so I do not need to respect anything and click Tera. That's not a play that you make here. Instead, though, I'm going to murder the Indeedee. And then when Indeedee somehow takes a hit, because Indeedee occasionally will just somehow take hits, and there's not really reason why Indeedee can take hits. It's just kind of commonly understood that when Indeedee's on the field, you disregard logic, and you just attack it, and it will somehow take half. And you wonder, wow, my Pokemon that should have Okoed it only did half. And you just kind of accept it. But when it does eventually do that, I'm going to switch hard into Rillaboom from my Scream Tail, and then I'm going to go for Bullet Punch. And at that point, Indeedee should guarantee die. And if Indeedee somehow doesn't die, then really, again, there's no logic. But there never is logic in attacking Indeedee because it's fucking Indeedee. Now, Iron Hand is going to go for Tera Grass. I'm kind of okay with that. That actually just enables my Walking Wake a lot better, as well as my Rillaboom just being able to pivot on this Pokemon very freely, which is a really good play for me to actually be making because getting Rillaboom out of here is my best way to use it. Until we somehow kill the Indeedee. Honestly, was not expecting that. Usually, Indeedee does not die. This Pokemon, I swear, I don't know how to kill an Indeedee, but apparently this is a great way to do it. Belly Drum Hands. Oh, fuck. That is terrifying. Belly Drum Hand is terrifying. I do not like Belly Drum Hand. We are not fucking around with this Pokemon because this Pokemon actually is a very objectively terrifying threat. I was going to switch out into Rillaboom. I really was. I was really going to switch out into Rillaboom. However, I have a much better play to make now. I actually need to keep Scream Tail in because Scream Tail is kind of our only way to win this match, as terrifying as it might sound. Because specifically what I need to do is I need to Encore that motherfucker, and I need to go for a Psychic Fangs here. Now, that's not to say this will work, because they could definitely ally switch here. And if they do, I kind of need to just accept that. I kind of just need to accept that that is technically a possible play they can make, but I don't have a better out, because if I didn't click Encore here, and I didn't force them to click Belly Jump again, I would be fucked right now. They're gonna psych up. What? What the fuck? No. Oh, thank God they psych up Scream Tail. Okay, that works out so much better for me. Because they can't psych up Scream Tail. That's a silly thing to do. They can't psych up Scream Tail. I can't lie though, that almost really could have been fucking bad. We're switching into Rillaboom Boom here, and I'm gonna Bullet Punch because that's my safest play. I need that Iron Hand gone before they heal it up. I need it gone. I need it out of my face as quickly as possible. They're gonna forfeit. Okay, thank fucking God. Scream Tail really fucking saved my ass there. Oh my goodness. You know what? This score redeemed itself. I went into this video hoping to make a compilation of the Scream Tail and the Metagross, and it redeemed itself that game. That game was a true testament to the fact this core is kind of damning. And hopefully you guys enjoy it when you use it at home. And if you do, let me know down below what you guys think of the team. And if you enjoy it and want to see more content like this, of course, like and subscribe for more. Also consider becoming a channel member. For just a couple dollars a month, you can get some nice bonus content. Yesterday, we actually just dropped the best new Pokemon in Regulation F that you guys want to check out. It's both the newest Pokemon that came in the DLC that are viable, as well as some old favorites that you would have never considered before this regulation. So I'd highly recommend you guys check out that video if anyone struggling Regulation F players are out there. It's a really good resource, hopefully, for anyone who might be getting interested in the format. Personally, I feel like my Regulation F knowledge got a lot better even just making the video. So hopefully you guys enjoy that. And with that said, shout out to our current channel members, of course, who are currently supporting the channel. That is going to be none other than Zeke, Mia, Rao Sakura, Obo, Endless Gadgets, Josh K Ultra Player, Incog M, and our bigger fan, Vincent Wee. Shout out to all of you guys for your support. It is very greatly appreciated. And I will see you guys in tomorrow's video. Until then, peace out, guys.